Recording in progress.
Morning guys, I'm not getting my screen and voice. Please confirm. Right. Fine. So we have seen how to create the Linux virtual machine and how to connect with the Linux virtual machine from our Windows operating system. From our Windows machine, how to connect it to the Linux machine we have seen. So now we are going to create Windows virtual machine in the AWS cloud, and we will see how to connect with that Windows virtual machine, guys. Right? So in last session, what we did, we have created one Linux virtual machine in the AWS cloud. Right? From our laptop, we have connected to the Linux virtual machine which we have created in the AWS cloud. For that, we have different client machines like Git Bash is there, Stream is there, Putty is there. By using these client softwares, we have connected to the Linux virtual machine which we have created in the AWS cloud. So now we are going to create Windows virtual machine in the AWS cloud, and we will see how to connect with that Windows virtual machine, guys. Okay, fine. Observe carefully, guys, what I am going to do. In the AWS cloud, this is AWS cloud. This is my AWS cloud. So in this AWS cloud, I am going to create Windows virtual machine. I am going to create Windows virtual machine in the AWS cloud. So this is my Windows virtual machine, guys. Where I am creating this Windows virtual machine in the AWS cloud. AWS cloud, and here I am going to create one virtual machine, guys. Okay, right. In the AWS cloud, here I am going to create Windows virtual machine I have created. So now what I want to do, I want to connect with that Windows virtual machine from my laptop. If you want to connect with that Windows virtual machine from your laptop, what we require, guys, observe carefully. So this is my laptop. So this is my personal laptop, guys. This is my personal laptop. From this personal laptop, I want to connect it to the Windows virtual machine which I have created in the AWS cloud. Okay, this is my personal laptop, guys. Okay, right. So if you want to connect from your laptop to the Windows virtual machine which you have created in the AWS cloud, then what you need to do? What client software is required in your system? Right, suppose if it is Linux virtual machine, then you can use Putty or Git Bash or Stream, etc. But now we have the Windows virtual machine. How you can connect it to the Windows virtual machine from your laptop? What client software you required in your laptop to connect with that Windows virtual machine? Okay, here we required RDP. RDP is required in our laptop. RDP stands for what? Remote desktop. Remote desktop is required in our system. If you have this RDP in your system, then you can connect to the Windows virtual machine from your laptop by using this RDP, guys. What we require, this RDP is required in your system. If you have this one, you can connect it to the Windows virtual machine from your laptop. See, guys, so like this you can connect. Okay, by default this RDP protocol, right, will run on which port number? Right, Linux machine. To connect with the Linux machine, we require SSH, right? SSH is required. SSH is running on one port number. Okay, if you want to access the application which is running in the Linux machine, right, we need to enable the HTTPS protocols, guys. Now to connect with this Windows virtual machine, I am sending the request from the RDP. If you want to send the request from the RDP to the Windows virtual machine, you should enable this RDP protocol in the security groups. So now tell me on which port RDP protocol is running. What is the default port of the RDP protocol, guys? Okay, the default port of the RDP protocol is 3389 guys. So now in the security group we should enable this port, guys. Port number 3389. You should enable this port in the security groups, then only you can connect. Okay, so along with this, in the RDP machine, you need to configure some details of this Windows virtual machine. Then only connection will be established. If you want to connect with this, you need some details, guys. What details are required? Host name of this Windows virtual machine, username of this Windows virtual machine, password of this Windows virtual machine. All those details compulsory required to connect with the Windows virtual machine. Then only you can connect. Okay, we'll see, guys. Practically we'll see, guys. So now first let me create the Windows virtual machine. Click on this. Click on launch instance. Click on launch instance. Now here I am going to give the name as Windows Server. Here I am going to give the name as Windows Server. Name you can give anything, guys. Windows Server I am giving as the name. And here which AMI we need to select. If you want to create a Windows virtual machine, here Windows AMI is available. Windows template is available. This Windows AMI we need to select to create the Windows virtual machine. Select this Windows. Select this Windows. Now whenever you have selected Windows AMI, here you can see the root volume, guys. How much root volume you are going to get for Windows? Here you are going to get 30 GB. For Linux you will get 8 GB only, but for Windows you are getting 30 GB as the root volume at here. Now what we need, key pair is required. Select the key pair, t2.micro, keep it t2.micro only. Next here select the key pair. Okay, next network and security settings, guys. Here select the security group. I am selecting the existing security group, default one. Here we have default security group. I am going to choose this default security group, guys. Okay, fine. So now let me create the instance, guys. Let me click on launch instance. We have given the name and we have selected the key pair, and we have this one security group we have selected. Instance type is there. By default root volume 30 GB is there. Okay, perfect. So now click on this, guys. See, guys, it is running. Windows virtual machine is running, guys. Now I want to connect with this one. I want to connect with this one, guys. If you want to connect with this one, what we required, we need some details, guys. We need host name, username, password, all the details are required. Okay, perfect. Now before that, in your system you should have the RDP, remote desktop is required. Now go to here. So click on RDP. Click on RDP. It is by default available, guys. RDP, remote desktop connection. RDP means remote desktop connection. We need this one, guys. Okay. Now click on that RDP, guys. Click on RDP, remote desktop connection. Click on this. Right here, what we need to provide, computer name you need to provide, which machine you are going to connect, so that machine name you need to provide it here. So now select this Windows server. Select this Windows server. Here you will get the computer name, guys. You will get the computer name. That computer name we need to connect with that machine, guys. Here what we have the computer name, guys. Here which one we need to take as computer name here. And here we need to take this public IPv4 DNS is there, right? Take this one as the computer name. Copy this one. Okay, now go to here, guys. Why we need to choose public one? Why not private one? That we will discuss. Right, what is public IP, what is private IP, what is elastic IP? Here we have three types of IP addresses are there: public IP addresses, private IP addresses, elastic IP addresses. We will discuss about those things, guys. Please wait. Here I have given the public IP DNS name as the computer name, and here username is not specified, it is telling. Okay, click on connect. Click on connect. Okay, what happened, guys? Remote desktop cannot connect to the remote computer for one of these reasons. Remote access to the server is not enabled. Means what, guys? You should enable the port number in the security group. That is not enabled, it is telling. Remote access to the server is not enabled. The remote computer is turned off. The remote computer is not available on the network. Here what is the reason? First one is the reason, guys. We haven't enabled the remote access, guys. That's why you are not able to connect with this one. Okay, perfect. So then what I need to do, guys? Here go to the security groups. How you will go to the security groups? See, for which mission you need to do the configuration, you need to enable the port numbers. Select that mission, and if you come to here detail section, here we have security tab is available. Click on the security tab. Now here you can able to see the security groups. Here we have the security group ID. Click on the security group ID. Now you will go to the security pages, guys. See, guys, here we have the inbound rules and outbound rules. Now click on this inbound rules. Here click on edit inbound rules. Here we need to enable the RDP protocol. Here we need to enable the RDP protocol. By default it is there. Let me check. Am I added in the previous batch? Let me check this. Okay, here it is not there. Let me add the rule, guys. Here I am going to add the rule. Right, so which protocol? RDP protocol. If you want, you can select RDP from here. You can see RDP. See, guys, RDP is available. Right, you can select this one. Automatically you will get the port number and all those things. Otherwise directly you can go to the port number, guys. Directly you can go to the port number section, and here you can give 3389. 3389. See, guys, custom, I am going to choose any IPv4, guys. Otherwise here you need to give the specific IP address. From that mission only you can able to connect. But if you give anywhere, right, so this one 0.0.0/0, from any IP you can able to send the request to connect with this mission. Okay, after giving, see, guys, what I have done, only RDP protocol I have enabled it here. Now click on save rules. Click on save rules, guys. Fine. So once you saved the rules, again go to this RDP, guys. Again go to this RDP. Okay, here what we have, guys? Here we have given the computer name. Here we have given the computer name, and now give the username also here, guys. Give the username also at here. What is the username? What is the password? How I can get those details? How can I get the username and password, guys? Right, for that, here again go to the instance, guys. Again go to the instance, select the mission, right, Windows server, select this Windows server. So now here what we need to do, click on connect. Okay, here, right, go to this RDP client, select this RDP client. See, guys, now we are not getting SSH client. This RDP client is required. Right, if you come to here you can see the username as administrator. Username you are getting as administrator, guys. So give this administrator at here. Administrator. Okay, once you have given the administrator, so next here click on connector. Okay, now here for administrator it is asking to provide the password. And how you will get the password? Here we don't have the password. Then how you will get that? See guys, here we have the option to get the password. Click on this get password option. Click on this get password guys. Now here upload private key file. What we need to do? We need to upload the private key file. Private key file is nothing but PEM file which is available in our system. To create this Linux Windows virtual machine, we have created one PEM file, right? That PEM file we need to upload it here guys. Okay, click on this. Click on this. Now in the downloads folder it is available. Right now here DevOps AWS 13. This is the PEM file which I have used. Upload this one. See guys, like this you will get. Like this you will get this private key information guys. If you want, you can get like this also. This if you want this private key information. So like this also you can get. Open the Git bash. Open the Git bash. Go to the location where that PEM file is available. Go to the location where PEM file is available. In the downloads folder it is available. And from here you can run this cat command. Cat DevOps cat DevOps AWS 13 guys. 13 dot PEM guys. Okay, cat DevOps AWS 13.pip. If you give this one, see here, you will get this private key. This is the private key guys. Up to here, everything you need to copy. Up to here, everything you need to copy and you need to paste it here guys. Okay, or else if you upload the PEM file, you will get this key also. Okay, perfect. So now here click on decrypt password. Click on decrypt password. Okay, perfect. Here password is decrypted. See, here password you got guys. Now copy this password. Copy this password. So now go to our RDP. Here paste that password guys. Here I have pasted the password. Okay, perfect. Now click on OK. Yes. See guys, successfully it is connected to the Windows virtual machine which we have created in the AWS cloud. Now here you can see the desktop of that Windows virtual machine. Let it be load guys. It is loading. So this is our Windows virtual machine guys. This is our Windows virtual machine. Now here you can do any activity guys. Here you can do any activity. See here, I am going to create one folder. Here I am going to create one folder guys. Click on new. Click on new. Click on folder. Right here I am giving demo folder. Demo folder I am creating it here. Inside the demo folder you can create any files. Inside the demo folder you can create the files also here. Create text document. Here I am giving the name as demo. I am giving the name. And inside this I am going to, you can write the content here. Inside this you can write anything. Welcome to AWS classes. Welcome to AWS classes. I have given. Save this one. Control S. Close it. Close it. See guys, this is our demo folder which we have created, and inside that we have created one text file also. Perfect. So now I am going to close this. I am going to close this Windows virtual machine. Now again you can connect with this. You can see this demo folder, the demo text file, whatever you have created, everything is available. So now this is my mission, guys. This is my mission. From here, I'm going to connect with that remote. I'm going to connect with that Windows virtual machine which I have created in the AWS cloud. Okay. So now click on connect. Okay, administrator, right here it is asking to provide the password. Check it once. Right here we have the password. Copy, go to here, right, paste this password here. Now click on OK. Please put it on mute. See guys, we have connected to the Windows virtual machine and we can see the folder which we have created earlier, guys. And we can see the files and folders which we have created earlier. See, this is the demo folder which we have created. Inside this we have created demo.txt file. This is the demo.txt and here you can see the message which we have written. Welcome to AWS classes. Okay, see guys, here you are getting the details of the Windows virtual machine. What is the host name, instance ID, private IP address, public IP address, instance size, availability zone, right, architecture. See guys, total memory how much is available, network, and everything you are getting it here. And everything you are getting it here, guys. Okay, so like this we can create the Windows virtual machine also in the AWS cloud and we can connect with that Windows virtual machine by using RDP protocol. Is this clear? Windows machine means what we have? We have the GUI facility. For Windows, we have the GUI facility like this. We can do everything from here, guys. For Linux, we don't have the GUI facility, guys. Okay, perfect. So now here, guys, 1 minute. Now here, go to our paint. Okay, here, at what details you have configured this RDP side, guys? Connect with that Windows virtual machine. What details you have configured it here? See guys, these are the details. Host name you configured. Here what you have taken as the host name. Here if you go to here you can see the host name, guys. Host name and password. 1 minute. Host name is available and here username you have taken as administrator you have taken, right? Password you have taken, password, right? This is the password which we have taken, right? How we have generated the password? By using private key. We have generated the password, guys. And what about username here? Username, sorry, not this one, computer name, right? Go back to the instances, and select that Windows server, Here we have the public IP DNS name. Public IP DNS is available. Right now copy this DNS name. Okay, these are the details we have given, guys. So these are the details we required at here. If you have these details, right, so you can connect it to the Windows virtual machine, guys. Is it clear, guys? Host name is there, username, password, all these details are there. If you have these details, you can connect it to the Windows virtual machine which we have created in the AWS cloud. Perfect. Guys, now I'm going to show how to host a static website in the Linux virtual machine. I'm going to show how to host a static website in the Linux virtual machine, guys. Okay, perfect. Observe carefully, guys. Observe carefully. Now I'm going to host a static website in the Linux virtual machine, guys. Observe carefully. So this is my AWS cloud. This is my AWS cloud. In the AWS cloud, I have the server, guys. Let's take a little bit big. So this is my AWS cloud. In the AWS cloud, I have one Linux virtual machine. The AWS cloud, I have created one Linux virtual machine. This is my Linux VM. This is my Linux VM. In this Linux virtual machine, I have installed one server case. I have installed HTTPD server in the Linux virtual machine. So this is my HTTPD server case. This is my HTTPD server. Inside the HTTPD server, we have our application. And we have the application in the HTTPD server. Okay, we need to access this application, guys. Okay, perfect. See here, this is what first one is the AWS cloud. AWS cloud is available. Next here we have the Linux VM. Linux VM. Next inside that we have the server. Inside the server we deploy the application, guys. We deploy the application. Now observe carefully. So whenever you have created the Linux virtual machine, so you should have the key pair also, guys. We will create the key pair. So if you create the key pair, what will happen? Public key will be stored in the Linux machine only. Public key will be stored in the AWS only, guys. Public key will be stored in the AWS only. Private key, it will give it to us, guys. Private key, it will give it to us. Private key. Public key will be stored in the AWS only, and the private key it will give it to us, guys. So now if you want to connect with this Linux machine, right, we should have that private key, guys. From the location where private key is downloaded, from there only we can connect, guys. And along with this, right, we should have the security group also, guys. Then only you can connect with this Linux virtual machine. Here we should enable the security groups, guys. Here we should enable security group. Security group, guys. And then only you can connect with this Linux virtual machine. See guys, security group is available. Observe carefully. We have created the Linux machine. At the time of creating the Linux machine, we have created the key pair. Key pair means public key and private key. Public key will be stored in the AWS only. Private key, it will give it to us, guys. Next, if you want to connect with that Linux virtual machine, or if you want to access the application which is running in the Linux virtual machine, then we should enable some ports in the security group. We should enable some ports in the security group, guys. Okay, see here, I'm going to enabling two ports, guys. I'm going to enable two ports. What two ports I'm going to enable? First one is the SSH port, guys. First one is the SSH port I am going to enable. What is this? SSH port. Why we need this SSH port, guys? Why I am enabling this SSH port? And SSH port I am going to enable for the admin people. SSH port I am going to enable for the admin people. If any admin wants to connect with this Linux virtual machine, and if they want to install any packages in that Linux virtual machine, packages are nothing but softwares. If they want any softwares in that Linux virtual machine, they should have the access to the Linux machine, guys. Then only they can connect and they can install the packages. For them, we are going to enable SSH port, guys. For them, we are going to enable SSH port. Who will install the softwares in the Linux virtual machine? Admin people will install the softwares in the Linux virtual machine. If they want to install the softwares in the Linux virtual machine, first they need to connect with that Linux virtual machine, and then only they can install. How they can connect? Through SSH only they can connect. Through SSH they can connect, guys. Okay, so now they installed this HTTP server and they deployed the application, guys. Now, as a user, I want to access the application. As a user, if you want to access the application which is running in the server, then what port you need to enable, guys? We should enable one port, that is HTTP port, guys. HTTP port. Why HTTP? We are going to sending the request from the browser. And the request from the browser means HTTP request only will come. So we should enable that HTTP port also at here. So these are two ports we need to enable, guys. Right, one is SSH port. SSH port, right, it is running on 22. Next one is HTTP protocol. Next one is HTTP protocol. Right? Where it is running, guys, HTTP protocol is running on 80 port, guys. So these are two things we need to enable in the security groups. Okay, perfect. Who will use this SSH? Who will use this HTTP? Observe carefully, guys. Right. So admin, it will install. Admin will install server. Admin will install server and right, website setup, guys. Website setup, everything will done by admin only. That's why, right, we need to give the SSH access, guys. Next, guys, who will use this HTTP, guys? Right, users, guys. For users to access our website, we are going to give HTTP protocol access, guys. Okay, perfect. Have a look into this. Have a look into this, guys. Admin will install the HTTP server and they will set up the website, guys. User will access our website, guys. If admin wants to connect with this Linux virtual machine and if they want to install the server and if they want to set up the website, we should enable this SSH protocol. And if user wants to access the application, if user wants to access the website which is running in the server, then we need to enable the HTTP protocol. The default port number of the SSH is 22. The default port number of the HTTP protocol is 80. Up to here clear, guys? Up to here clear? Respond. Okay, fine. So now what we are going to do? Already we have the Linux instance, guys. Already we have the Linux server. Everyone knows how to create the Linux virtual machine. Now let me connect with this Linux virtual machine. Let me connect with this Linux virtual machine. Let me open the git bash. Right, 443 you are asking for HTTPS. If you want to enable the HTTPS, then we need to use the 443, guys. 443 is for HTTPS, guys. CD downloads. Let me go to the downloads folder. Okay, so let me take the SSH, guys. If you want to connect with that machine, you should have the SSH protocol. Through SSH only we are going to connect with this. See here, take this SSH, paste here, enter. Okay, perfect. So once you connected with that, you need to install the HTTPD server, guys. I'm going to use HTTPD web server, so we need to install that, guys. If you want to install that server, what we need to do? Sudo su. Let me switch to the root user. Now I'm the root user here. Okay, so now run update yum update. Let me take the update of the package manager. Now let me take the update of the package manager. Guys, before going to install any packages, right, recommended to take the update of the package manager, guys. If any changes are happened, then you will get the latest changes when you take in the update, guys. Any version changes or anything is there, then you will get the update, guys. For that, before going to install any packages, it better to take the update, guys. See, guys, it is updating. Once it is done, next we need to install the server, guys. How you will install? Install httpd. Right, we are installing the httpd server. That's why I'm taking install httpd. Enter. Okay, what it is saying, it is httpd is already available, it is saying, guys. Okay, no issue. So now I need to start that server, guys. I need to start that server. How you will start that httpd server, guys? See, guys, here systemctl, this is the command which we need to use. Systemctl start httpd. Systemctl start httpd we need to use, guys. Enter. It is started, guys. It is started. So now let me access that server, guys. Let me access that http server. What you will get, we'll see. So how you will access this? It's just take the public IP of that instance, take the public IP of the Lyric server, click on this, take this public IP, paste here. And what is the port, guys? HTTP server is running on 80 port. Hit enter. If that AD port is not enabled in the security group, then you can't able to access that. First, let me check if it is enabled or not, guys. First, right here, if it is not accessible, then I will go to the security group and I will check whether it is enabled or not. See, guys, here we are not getting the access. Then what you need to do immediately, you need to go to the security group, go to here and click on this. Right now, here you can check that port is enabled or not. AD port is enabled or not, you can check. AD port is enabled, guys. Already it is enabled. AD port is enabled. Then you should access. Guys. But why it is not accessible? Let me try once again. Go to the instances. Linux server. Take the public IP. Paste here. Port number is 80. Meanwhile, let me check the status. It is running, active and running only. But why here we are not getting the connection? Select it. Public IP we are taking. Let me check this, guys. 1 minute. So now let me go to CD. Port number correct only, guys. We haven't changed it, right? Dot port number problem. 1 minute, guys. Let me go to there. CD /var folder /www folder /html. Here, do you have anything? Index.html file is available. What we have inside this cat index.html. Here we have welcome to Linux classes. At welcome to shell scripting, something is there at here. Okay. One minute, guys. 1 minute. I want to show the default page also. So let me do one thing, guys. Let me do one thing. I want to show the default page also, guys. Here, instead of using this, let me create one more mission quickly. And how to first let me show the default one, then I will show how to keep custom website inside that case. Okay, so now here I'm taking, just I will give the name as, so Linux -new -VM I'm giving as the name. Okay, perfect. Now go down and here go to browse more AMIs. I'm going to take Amazon Linux only here. Amazon Linux. Right, key pair, right, instance t2.micro only I'm using. The key pair, right, DevOps AWS 13 I'm using. Guys, yesterday I told if you want to create the Linux virtual machine, we should have the VPC also, guys. Where you will do that VPC configuration in the network settings, click on edit. Here, guys, VPC is required. This is the mandatory. But in this point of time, we don't know how to create the custom VPC and how to use that custom VPC. But for creating the virtual machine, VPC is mandatory. So that AWS team also knows that. And for creating the virtual machine, VPC is mandatory. But initial stage, they can't able to understand what is VPC and all. So that's why they have provided one default VPC. They have provided one default VPC. Here we are using the default VPC only. If you click on this, here, see guys, I have created one custom VPC. This is the custom VPC, but I am not using this, guys. Right, for previous batch I have created, I will delete, guys. I will delete this one. And here we are using the default VPC only. Okay, once you know how to create the custom VPC and all, then you can create and you can use that custom VPC, guys. Okay, perfect. So now go to the select existing security groups. Now here let me choose the default security group only. Default I am going to use it here, and here I am launching the instance. Okay, here instance is launched. Okay, fine. Now connect with this. Select, click on connect. Yes, here also I have used the default security group only. Then that 80 port already enabled in the default security group. Copy this. Go to here, paste this, enter. Okay. Yes. So now let me take the update, guys. It now sudo su. Let me take the update yum update package manager. I'm updating. Right, once you have updated, now I need to install the HTTPD server, guys. Okay, for that install command we need to use yum install HTTPD. Yum install HTTPD. It is installing. Earlier it is not there, guys. That's why it is installing. And in the previous Linux machine it's there. That's why we haven't get the default page and all. See guys, now it is installed successfully. Now I need to start. Right, systemctl. Now here HTTPD start. Enter. Start systemctl start HTTPD. Start HTTPD. Enter. It is started, guys. HTTP server is started at here. Or else you can use this command, guys. It's service HTTPD start. Okay. See, guys, here, right? You can use directly the service HTTP start, guys. Instead of systemctl, you can use service HTTPD start. Here, server is started, guys. Server is successfully started at here. Once server is started, you can go to here, take the public IP of this instance. Take the public IP of this instance. This is the public IP. Copy this. Now go to here and paste that public IP. And which port, guys? Port number is 80. Enter. Yes, 1 minute. Port number already is there. Default port, default only be used, right? So port number by already it is added. One minute. Let me show once again, guys. Let me open the git bash once again and let me correct. It will work, guys. It will work. Port number already it is there. Why? Because we are using the default security group. In the default security group, all frequently used port numbers already I have enabled. Linux new VM connect. Okay, so now sudo service HTTPD start. It is started. Now go to here, go to the instances. Right, where is this? Linux new VM. Select this. Take the public IP. Open the tab. Port number is 80. Linux new Why it is stopped, man? In my system, server is stopped, man. Instance is stopped. That's why it is not connecting. But here it is running. Here it is stopped. Why? 1 minute, guys. Let me check it. Refresh this. Okay. Now this one. Copy. Go to here. Paste. Sudo su. Now here service httpd start. Okay, now go to here and verify the port number also once. Verify the port number also once in the security groups. Linux new VM. Linux new VM. Go to security. Okay, click on this security groups. Go to inbound rules. Here 80 port is there here enabled. It is enabled at here. Fine. So now let me go back to the instances. Let me take the public IP. Take the public IP here. Go to here. Paste the public IP. Edit. No, why? Outbound, why, man? Outbound, we haven't enabled anything, right? Inbound only. Where is that 80 port? Let me, I have deleted that 80 port. Once again, I will enable. Port number 80 anywhere and save the rows. Okay, again I have enabled the port number 80 and we'll see this time. Perfect. Now it came, guys. Now it came. Maybe that port already enabled, guys. Why it is not work, right? We removed and again we have enabled, guys. Now it is working fine. So this is the default page which you are getting. This is the default page which you are getting, guys. Now I'm going to customize this. If you want to customize this, you need to go to this location, cd var folder. Inside the var folder, www folder is available. Inside this HTML folder is available. Here we need to create one file, guys. I'm going to create one HTML file, vi index.html file. I'm going to customize this, guys. Now here I don't want get that default page. I want to get my custom website, my custom page I require there, guys. For that, here I am going to take HTML. Let close this HTML tag. Okay, here I am going to take h1 and welcome to AWS classes. Welcome to AWS classes. I'm taking it here. Okay, next here h2 I'm taking it here. And welcome to DevOps classes. Welcome to DevOps classes. h2 I am closing, and here h3 also I am taking here. h3 welcome to Python classes. Python classes also I am taking it here. h3. Okay, so like this I have taken. So now save this file wq. Okay, once you have saved this file, again start the service once again, guys. Service right, httpd start. Service httpd start. Our server is started, guys. Now go to the browser. Just refresh this page, guys. See, guys, what you are getting? Welcome to AWS classes, welcome to DevOps classes, welcome to Python classes. We are getting it here. Instead of getting the default page, we can host our static website also in the Linux server like this. Okay, is it clear, guys? Guys, that port number, it is not work, guys. That's why we have deleted and once again we enabled, guys. After that it is working fine. Is it clear, guys? How to host a static page in the Linux server? Right. So what commands we have taken here? Let me add those commands also at here, guys. Let me add those commands here. I'm going to give the commands here. Observe carefully, guys. Here, first, once you have connected to the Linux virtual machine, I'm going to switch to the super user sudo su. Next, I am going to take the update of the package manager at yum update. Next, I am going to install the server. For that, it is what we need to do: install the server. Right? Yum install httpd. So then, to see the default page, we need to start the server, guys. Service httpd start we are using. And here you can see the default page. After that, I want to change that, guys. I want to keep the custom page. For that, what you need to do? Custom page you want to keep. For that, so now go to this location cd/var /www/html. Right now here create one file, guys. Create one custom file. Right, so vi index.html I am creating. And here I am going to write some content, guys. Here you can write whatever the content you want. You can write it here. Just here I am writing only one line. Right, welcome to AWS classes. I'm writing it here. Right, and here close the h1 tag. Close h1 tag, guys. Okay. Fine. So next here, save and quit, guys. Save and quit. Right here, WQ, save and quit. After that, again, restart the server, guys. How you will restart the server? Service httpd start. Right, after that, right, open the browser. Here what we need to take? http right, / right, public IP of the EC2 instance, public IP of Linux machine, and colon port number is 80 you need to give. Port number 80 you need to give it here. See, guys, if you give this one, then you can access the static page which you have hosted in the Linux server. Is it clear, guys? All these things are clear. How to host the static page in the Linux server? Is it clear? not stop. Yes, explicitly you don't need to stop, just to start it once again. Restart it. Just restart it. Even if you are not stop also, those changes will be reflected when you restart it. Okay. If you want, you can stop it. Others directly you can restart it. Those changes will be reflected. We can use restart command also. Let's see here, a service HTTPD restart command also we can use it here. And if you want to see the status, whether it is actively running or not, here you can use status also. Service HTTPD status also you can use. Then you can see the status, whether it is running or not. You can use restart, you can use stop, you can use start, everything you can use it here. If you want to stop the service, then just you need to give the stop. If you want restart, then you need to give restart. If you want to check the status, then you can give status it here. All the commands will work. Okay. Fine guys, I will share this paint. Please have a look into this and practice it once guys. Practice it once. Tomorrow, actually today I supposed to start that AMI also, but it is not happened right here in this port number we struck sometime. No problem. Right, I will discuss AMI tomorrow guys. Tomorrow AMI, and I will start the EBS also tomorrow session itself. First half an hour I will discuss AMI. For AMI half an hour is enough. First half an hour I will discuss AMI. Then second half an hour or 45 minutes we will discuss about the EBS guys. Ballast store, right? Volumes creation, those things we will discuss in tomorrow's session. AMI and EBS. Okay, fine. I will share this guys. Please practice these things. Create the Windows virtual machine and how to connect with that Windows virtual machine, and create one Linux server. Install the static page in that and try to access that static page from the browser guys. Okay, everyone is clear today's session? Anyone have any questions in today's session? Fine. So thank you guys. Thank you. Right. So please practice these things guys. Tomorrow we will continue remaining things guys. Thank you.
Recording stopped.